What's up, guys? We're going through the new reveal for Operation Heavy Mettle, talking about the new operator and how what's happening to the game and how it's going to change how it's played. Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and
I'll be
welcome to
going through this to
Heavy
go to the
Mettle.
most important parts.
I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway. To kick off the show, here's creative director Alexander Karpazis with an overview of the season.
The Rainbow Six Siege team is proud to present Operation Heavy Mettle. It's coming with
I lost the shirt for a while, so I just found it again.
South Korea. She's joining the Red Hammer squad because of her destructive capabilities. With the season as well, we're bringing meaningful changes to the balance of the game and the way that you play. The playlists are going through some change as well, with the new game mode coming to arcade. We have a new tutorial system for all the new players jumping in this season as well. All of this plus a commendation system to reward other players. And we have much more to share with you, so please enjoy.
There comes a moment in every attacker's life when they think,
that icon.
How am I going to deal with that deployable shield and the traps that surely lie behind it? How do I choose which section of the floor to open up? How do I keep the defenders from hearing what I'm up to? Well, the operator with the answer to all of these questions is Ram and her Boogie Auto Breacher. You want to know more? Stick around.
It does that to the wall?
While Ram is getting tuned up for her headlining performance.
What's crazy is you get 4 of those.
While Ram is getting tuned up for here's a rewarding way to recognize your teammates. Like this, you went down.
The goal of the commendation system
is to
showcase
update
some of the positive aspects we have in our game and allow players a new way to interact with one another and highlight it in up to 3 different categories.
So you can vote commendations, valor, dedication, guidance.
You can be commended for your dedication. So for being an engaged and reliable teammate, for being on comms, for being helpful, and just a great Siege community member.
Trying to get people to be less toxic in a positive way.
Places like the player profile panel,
commendations,
scoreboard, and player cards. And for players who are on a streak, they will also receive
hey, Faz with the 16 months. Let's go, baby. How are we doing tonight?
At the end of every match they have whilst the streak is active.
Cool.
But the benefits aren't just for players on a streak. Every single player who is engaged with the commendation system will receive a mid-season alpha pack drop of epic rarity. In addition to that, the top 25% most commended players at the end of the season will receive an alpha pack drop of legendary status.
Wow.
So during your new page that's all about commendations, you're going to see how many you've received, in which categories, the status of your streak, and the alpha pack drops. Also, we've heard your feedback about the reputation system, and we know that you're looking for more information about a dedicated page that's going to show some of the key negative actions and behaviors that can impact your reputation standing. So it's important to know
that is going to be like up to here.
After some monitoring, we're going to hook the 2 systems together.
Okay, so they're going to hook those up together.
The year we
in mode
realized
updates.
What we're doing to quick match is to make it faster, not only by reducing the overall match timers, but also by reducing the waiting time. And additionally, the other main objective is to allow players to focus much more on the action. Now, in order to focus on the action, are a pre-deployment of reinforcements and rotation holes at the start of the round. Now, pre-setups are a pre-deployment of reinforcements and rotation holes at the start of the round. We have designed 2 variations for each bomb site, which will be chosen randomly at the start of the round, and they will cover the most reinforced walls, but also leaving agency for the players to use the remaining ones as they want. Now for attackers, we're also introducing a new system called Attacker's Protection, which basically consists on a 10-second invulnerability phase at the start of the round, which will allow for a much safer approach to the building. In order to make quick match faster, we will be making changes to all the round timers, from the planning phase to
I'm not sure if I like that.
We're also taking the chance to make some tweaks to the matchmaking algorithm, which will now find matches much faster.
And spawn kill, but
since we're cool, which we're pushing the
it's casual and quick match. It's supposed to be like
changes that we'll do without restriction.
getting spawn killed in casual is just kind of annoying.
A place for players who want to try out the new operators with the removal of the map and operator ban.
The red has the R4C with a 2x.
A new one, like 3-4 that is fresh. Weapon roulette.
Weapon roulette.
Weapon roulette
nice.
is a team deathmatch game mode where all players have the same weapon, but there's a twist. This weapon is gonna be changing to a random new one every short amount of time. So get ready for chaotic and
I like that because it gets you used to using a lot of different weapons. I like that.
On shot here with associate
Balancing.
Tool for our operators, and that's one of the things we wanted to address. So we're actually kind of overhauling the entire weapon class. There are a couple shotguns that will not be included in this update, but those are the slug shotguns. Focusing on all the rest, there are significant changes coming. If we want to look at a template that really signifies where we're going with this, you can look at smoke shotgun. And that is actually the foundation that our amazing weapon expert Matthew Lacombe used. So broad changes that you can expect with the shotgun rework are far more precision when you're ADS'd, far more destruction when you're not, and even more destruction when you're moving and not ADS'd. And some of you already know this actually works and have been doing it with the Bailiff for some time. Well, we've actually taken that feature and expanded that across the rest of the shotguns. We don't want anything in the game to ever be a non-option. So at the end of the day, shotguns are going to be far more consistent and a viable tool for you to bring out on the field. Fuse's charge can choose and said, why can't we do that on deployable shields, or in some cases, even a Talon shield for Mosa?
Ooh.
The goal here is versatility, allowing players to adapt to the environment that's been
On the Osa shield is kind of interesting.
well is you have to add the canisters off the wall or off a surface instead of directly sticking to them. This allows more play and allows you to get them in trickier spots instead of directly sticking to them. The player to actually bank
That's huge.
off the wall or
Being
off
able
the
to
surface
bounce
directly sticking
the
to them.
Grims
This allows more play
around
and
the
allows you to
corner.
get them in trickier spots.
That's huge.
We want to reward players that have a plan, and just like our other operators with their alternate
That
modes,
is actually
you'll
really
see a
big.
launcher the second
That
you
was
shoot.
one quelp I had with Grim,
So frost change
like
has
all
been a hot topic
along,
for us since its reveal.
because you have
And
to
one of the
completely
big things we
expose
wanna
yourself
get
to use it
across here
effectively.
is
Now
that
you can just
the
bounce it
fact
around the
that a
corner.
player can end up helpless in our game has no space there. Finds himself.
So Frost update,
We're
you
not
can
gonna
pull yourself out
survive
of
that
a Frost
anyway,
mat, but
at the same
if
time, I can also have
teammates
my friend
anywhere near the
on
Frost mats, you
At
can
that
still claim the
point,
kill.
you will receive
Honestly,
an
it's not going to
upgrade
affect Frost
from
nearly as much as
that
people
team.
think.
Seconds,
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
making all
You
the
just can't leave your
calls
Frost mat like across the map anymore.
to establish. Thankful for
in tutorial.
Onboarding.
Aims to make newcomers feel more guided
So
through
I really
gameplay.
like that they're adding a lot of things for tutorial, like for new players,
We'll
because
have 3 new tutorials. Basics,
there's a lot of people that are
attack,
trying to
and
get into
defense
Siege
that aim
who
to
have
make
no
the
idea where to
newcomer
start.
feel
They jump
more
into normal
confident when playing
gameplay
their
and they're
first
just like
season.
completely out of their depth, have no idea what's going
The
on.
first tutorial will be basics. In basics, we will be covering what makes
So it
Siege
is good
Siege. We will make a special emphasis on
to
core
like try to
mechanics
like
such as leaning,
help bridge that gap
verticality,
just a little
secondary
bit
gadgets, unique abilities,
for like the casual
and so on.
player, which overall
The other
increases the viewer
tutorials
base
will
and
be
player base
covering
of the
the
entire
essentials
game.
on how to win, include how to drone, how to enter the building by grappling, use tactical advantage. So the defense tutorial mechanics such as reinforcing barricades.
Yeah, so it's going through everything like advanced or whatever, and it'll get you new operators.
Their friend in the
We're not talking wanting you the option to
Player comfort.
We introduced free cam in the match replay.
Yes!
And this season, we're bringing an update. We're allowing you to remove the HUD from
Yes!
the replay cam so that you can capture the perfect moment
Yes!
and use that in any of the
Thumbnails!
content that you're making. So this feature is also
Yes!
coming to the spectator mode. Free cam plus.
Is it out right now? Can I do this in the goddamn test server?
One package for all spectators out there.
That is
We're
huge. That lets you have like the best thumbnails in the world, because it's like you can just do action shots over and over.
Really excited to share these tools with the esports scene. This will change the way that people will be able to watch the matches play out in real time, and we can't wait for you to have a new perspective on those new way.
Love that.
Another quality of life update that's coming this month, and new way for all of you content creators to capture what you want.
That's what I was just referring
the way
to.
You want it and share it with the world. Another quality of life update that's coming.
Should be
this very
available
year
in
is
test server,
My
W.
Heart. We've all had that one squad mate who went to grab a sandwich an hour ago, and you want to kick him from the match. Now you can. You can kick and promote in your squad now.
Nice.
So starting with season
Huge.
3,
Having to
Operation Heavy Mettle,
leave,
you'll also be
have
able to
someone
leave
else
patch notes
host,
in the game.
someone went
if you ever want to
AFK.
refer to them, you
I
don't have to
like that a
go
lot.
through whenever patch that comes within
Huge
the
W.
season.
easier for you to target the
Battle Pass
There's a lot
update.
of- is the discoverability and the navigations. So for the discoverability, unlocked during the seasons. So this is going to come up in year 8, season 3. And as I said, so
for destroy.
seasons, you'll see more and more improvements on the discoverability. And as I said, during the upcoming seasons, you'll see more and more improvements.
Now,
I mean,
for
Battle Pass,
chaos.
you play,
The
you
time,
level up,
sharing
you get the
insights on
stuff.
design,
I'm
gadgets.
just not like super excited about that. All right, here we have the new operator, Ram.
Ram's unit, an all-female
Let's
unit
go.
Of the South Korean Special Forces, is really competitive to get in. As we research and learn more about this unit, Tarantula/Taeho unit, we all agreed that this character should look absolutely badass. Ram's gadget is rather mechanical than high-tech, so it was natural.
She
choice
carries
for
4 of
us
them around,
to
which
make
I
the design
think
more
would be
greedy,
extremely
more
heavy.
rounded, which I know that a lot of our fans have been asking for. Her night visions, camouflage, combat shirts and pants, these are all general aesthetics that we borrowed from South Korean military. And then we went through redesigning process on top of that to give a more uniqueness, to make this character really memorable and stand out.
So RAM is part of Red Hammer. So the capacity of destruction of this device needed to
Yeah,
be
one thing that a lot of people
with this
aren't talking
operator
about is how loud this gadget is. So we're gonna go to, we'll talk about that in a bit. Why I think this gadget's really good.
The buggy needed to be very heavy and tanky. We have 2 rotating shredders on the bottom to destroy floors and rotating saws in the front to smash walls. Finally, to increase the sentiment of chaos, we decided to power this device with a combustion engine.
Boogie deployed. Boogie is a go!
Ram's gadget is the Boogie Auto Breacher. These are massive bulletproof tools of soft destruction. Ram can throw these boogies
So how loud these
from
are?
pretty much anywhere. So behind cover, she can also do this while rappelling. And as a matter of
They'll
fact,
ride through
if she
doors,
were to throw
barricades.
one of these through a barricade, it'll smash right through, though a castle armor panel will withstand the impact.
Fair enough.
Once a boogie has been deployed, Ram can activate it from anywhere on the map. She does this remotely, just like you would with Thermite or Fuse. At any point before activating her...
Just how loud that is. So let's say you throw one, like, or you throw a couple around, right? You don't activate them yet, but then you want to go for an aggressive push, you activate it, and like now basically everyone's running around like knock, because you're not going to be able to hear literally a single thing.
Her gadget, Ram can use the alternate mode to switch
So damn loud.
her trajectory. She can choose between having it move directly forward or curving it to the left or
Interesting.
to the right. These alternate modes can be very useful to deal with situations, say, around a corner without having to expose yourself. A great example of this is Blue Elbow in Oregon Basement. So Ram's kit is really designed to allow players to emphasize on either her aggression or destruction aspects. Ram's first primary option is the R4C, which you may recognize as Ash's signature assault rifle. This weapon is great for aggressive pushes onto site.
R4C 1X, bro. Sorry, 1.5.
And to help Ram with the longer range aspects of some of her engagements, we're giving her a few extra high-powered scopes. For players who prefer more of a suppressive fire approach, Ram also has access to the LMG-E. This weapon's massive magazine and fairly good recoil make it an excellent choice for players who just want to hail bullets
Goodbye,
and
Sledge.
sustain pressure.
No, because Sledge is still a good operator, but like she's clearly better at top down, right? Sledge has grenades, so like in terms of like shield destruction and like being able to frag people with a frag grenade, obviously Sledge is still good. Oh god, that recoil.
So Ram's first secondary option is the Mark 1 9mm. For more aggression players, this is going to be very useful in a gunfight, in case you ever run out of bullets in your primary. Ram's alternate secondary is the
See, why would you ever run this pistol when you have this? This is probably the best shotgun for making... it's the Mira shotgun. It's probably the best shotgun for making holes and rotates. You run R4C with a 1.5, and you run the shotgun. GG.
shotgun. This is a great choice for players who really want to double down on that destruction aspect of Ram. So Ram is a 3 health, 1 speed operator. She is an unstoppable force. She's there to take position and hold constant pressure on the enemy. And that extra health is going to make sure that whatever the defenders throw at her, she's not going away anytime soon. So Ram's secondary gadget options really once again allow players to focus on either aggression or destruction. Her first option is flash grenades,
Flashbangs?
which are fantastic in a gunfight to really push down
Not
on
bad.
those defenders. Alternatively, Ram has access to hard breach charges. At her simplest,
Ram is a fantastic vertical operator.
Okay.
Unlike operators.
Yeah,
like
so she can. You kind of play her like a Hibana or something.
Safety. We're hoping that
use it to open hatches, then open the floor as well. So instead of a Hibana and a sledge, you can just pick just a Ram.
This absolutely core element of Siege's gameplay. Ram is also great at destroying
so much
a lot
overkill.
of gadgets that you would typically find in those narrow corridors and choke points, making it a very easy push for the attackers. More experienced players may notice that remote activation, alternate mode, and also the sheer sound that this gadget produces are all tools at their disposal to come up with much trickier strategies. Ram's Destructive Chaos is a really good smokescreen for operators who have gadgets that have very loud sound cues that defenders will typically want to pay attention to. Examples of this are Fuse, Amaru, and just about any hard breach
So
operator.
to me, this is probably one of the only operators in the game that's like, it's a sound cue, like, hides everything else. Like, yeah, the vertical's cool and all, but like the vertical's already been a thing, right? Like that's not like game breaking. But the amount of sound this thing makes to mask everything else is huge.
Imagine trying to bandit trick a wall when the ceiling is being torn out from above you. Operators like Flores, Brava, and Twitch all really want to get their drones on site to deal with enemy utility. And the boogies can absolutely help them do that. The easiest way to counter Ram is simply to outposition her, and she's not exactly a quiet operator. Some operators, especially stealthy ones like Caveira or Vigil, can really take advantage of that. Even though Ram's boogies are bulletproof, they're not indestructible. Explosives such as C4 or impact grenades will destroy boogies immediately.
You have 4 though. You don't want to throw impact at them.
On the rear that, just like on Mira or Osa, can be shot to destroy it. Though Ram's gadget is mechanical once it's activated, before it's been activated, it's electronic, meaning it can be jammed by a well-placed mute jammer, or also detected by Solace. The absolute chaos and
You're never using impacts on these, bro. She has 4 of them.
We've had a blast.
Look at that. It's like a little army coming in.
Operation Heavy Mettle, working on your counter, reporting issues you.
All right, so updates on operators, attackers, defenders, whatever. I didn't see any massive changes between, like, you know, Solo, Fenrir, etc. That may be in the patch notes, but we'll talk about that soon. But overall, new operator seems pretty good. I'm not sure how good the new operator is, but the R4C, you can definitely a gunner. The new gadget in terms of masking audio, I definitely see this operator being at least an A tier operator. The 3 armor definitely makes it a little bit harder for the aggressive plays, but with how much sound that little drone or Ram thing does, like how much sound it makes, I feel like it's still like, it doesn't matter if you're a 3 armor because you get to time that when it's going off and you can just hide your audio anyway. So I don't think that matters too much. So I'm gonna say probably about an A tier operator from what I've seen so far. Later tonight, I'll be on the test server and I'm going to be doing an operator guide on how to best effectively play as Ram. But yeah, until then, peace out. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, leave a like down below for more. Peace out. Until next time.